ego. Ego can ruin a person's career, personality, and way of living. That's what happened to me. I let my ego control me on how I used to play basketball. I used to let ego control the way I talk, the way I think about everything. And I realized that, after my injury, where was that ego when I stepped off the court? How does that affect me off the court? And it affected me by, number one, making me a rude person, annoying to be around, a person who tries to belittle other people. And that's the main thing you don't want to be. There's two different types of ego. Number one, a form that's more of confidence than anything. And then number two is thinking too highly of yourself to the point where you're saying things like, oh, nobody will ever be better than me, I'm the best one in the world. But confidence is I know what I can do. I know that I'm better than the people I'm going against. I know that I can make these shots because I practiced them. And that's what I didn't have. What I have was, I'm the best one on this team, on this court, in this gym, all the time. And I spoke down to other people. I told people to not come to tryouts because I wanted to take my spot to myself. And that's horrible, But what people see the ego, but what they don't see is where that ego comes from. It comes from me working every single day before the tryouts, working every single day before a game, working every single day before practice, working all night, all that stuff. And after that, once you start seeing yourself make the progress that you've been trying to make, you automatically believe that you're this high level of a high level player, when in reality you're not what you see in your eyes, but you need to picture yourself you need to picture what you look like in other people's eyes. Are other people looking at you as a role player, a person who's going to drop 20 a game, a person who's going to drop 0 a game, a person who's going to lock down on defense, or a person that's going to play lazy, And that's what really you have to think about, unless you become something like me. I didn't think about that when I was playing. All I was thinking about is myself. I need to score. I need to get the blocks. I need to try to get a rebound. And then when I didn't get playing time, when I wasn't a starter, I would get mad. I would play mad at basketball. But that's not the point. The point is, you need to play with confidence, number one. Number two, you have to do what you can in the time that you have. Number three, you can't play mad or revenge basketball. You have to play basketball because you want to play basketball. You can't play basketball because this person said you can't play basketball, so you want to prove them wrong. Because then that's just putting your team in jeopardy. And things like that can cause you to, after the season's over, you play a bad game, it'll make you want to give up on something that you loved before, and then it doesn't seem fun anymore. And then you start to lose hope in things like, oh, what if I don't be successful in this? What if I don't become the things I want to be? But no matter what situation you're in, you should never, ever think about something like that. Something like, oh, I'm too poor, I won't be able to make it. I can't afford trainers, I can't afford a ball, I can't afford new shoes, I can't afford, jerseys, practices, AAU tryouts. You can go to your local school tryout, Don't be afraid to go to a tryout because you think you're not good enough. The only reason why you shouldn't go to a tryout is if both of your legs are broken. There's literally nothing that should be holding you back from trying to do what you've been wanting to do. Something that you worked hard for, and then you let that hard work go to waste. You need to really put your mind to basketball. When you think of great players like Kobe or Michael Jordan, they didn't play basketball because somebody said they couldn't. They played basketball because they wanted to, and they genuinely love the game of basketball. Basketball is not just this sport. Basketball is, it changes people's lives. And even if that's hard to believe, it really does. I mean, you can look at like Giannis, one of the best basketball players in the NBA. He grew up like poor with his brother, and then he got to this league because he genuinely loved basketball. He proved himself, and then he built himself up, and then he became great. He became a great player, a role model for all these people, and inspired so many people. And don't think that you can't do that just because of a certain situation you're in. It doesn't matter where you're from, what you look like, how tall you are, how short you are. If you're on the heavier side, the lighter side, it doesn't matter. What matters is how you feel on the court. How you act on the court is what determines how you're gonna be. Look at Isaiah Thomas. He's like 5'8", 5'9", and he's dropping 80 points while he's aging 5'8", dropping 80 points against other players. It wasn't an NBA game, but that just shows that you can do that. He won an MVP at 5'8" or 5'9". That's literally like something that kids dream of, is being able to win an MVP. He did it against players like LeBron, players like Steph Curry. He won it while they were active. He was playing against players like that, still winning. And when things like that, like players like Derrick Rose, he grew up in a bad situation, and what did he do? He became the youngest MVP ever. And that could be you, as long as you put your mind to basketball. Stop thinking about what other people think. When I say look through the perspective of somebody watching you, don't think that they're judging you. Look at alright, how do I put this? Look at not how you see yourself as this big, you're the best ever. Look at it as a person trying to recruit you to a team. They're not gonna pay attention to the trash talk, how many accolades you have. They're gonna look at you from the games you play, the way you move the ball, the way you score the ball, and the way you just play defense and everything like that. That's what makes a good basketball player. A bad basketball player, even if they can score, what are they off the court? They're just a egotistical person. A good player, what are they off the court? They help other players, number one. They take care of themselves, they take care of others, and they make sure that off the court they're putting in the work, because they know that no matter how good you get, you can always get better. An egotistical person, they're going to walk onto the court after practice. They're not going to stay after to shoot more shots. They're going to leave immediately, go home, and eat whatever they want. A good player, they're going to stay after practice, shoot more shots, go home, eat something healthy, go to bed, wake up early, and put the work in again. And that's a cycle. And then once that egotistical person discovers, oh, I'm bad now, what happened? I thought I was the best. That's what happened to me. I stopped practicing. I stopped taking care of my body. I started eating bad food, and all that stuff, it kept on stacking. And then once that thing stacks and stacks and stacks, it overflows. And then once that overflows, it could eventually cause something bad to happen in your career. For me, it was dislocated bone. I was out for about 3 or 4 months, and I have tryouts coming up, and I don't even know if I will make the team. But the thing is, even though I don't think I'm gonna make it, I'm still gonna try out just in case, And the point of this channel now, it's not a channel about my life anymore. This is a channel about helping other people play basketball, helping other people deal with things in their lives, helping other people do better in their lives. And throughout this, you're gonna learn, drills. I may not seem like the best person to be giving you advice, but I'll try my best. I'm gonna give you drills. I'm gonna break down like maybe plays or things like that, you know, seeing what people could have done better and versus what they actually did, you know. And the whole point of this channel for me is so I can become a better player, you know. Basketball is going to be my dream, you know. I hope it's my future, and hopefully, you know, that can help me later on. But going forward, this isn't about me. This is about helping other people and making progress in life. So if you think that you would watch something like that, I think after this I'll probably post one right after this, maybe about like breaking down a play or something like that, you know. But yeah, so get ready for the next one, if there is the next one. I don't even know, because I don't post anymore. But yeah, don't give up, stay consistent, and make your actions speak louder than your words. That's the main thing that's more powerful than anything. All right? Praise Jesus, stay blessed. Goodbye.